Hi Mitch, how are you? Matt Sinclair here, second year Tech Ed multi-session program TEMS at Queen's for your integrating Enviro education and class course. I'm doing a video to augment my final project in your course. And I thought this would be fitting because it's late, it's after midnight, and this is my last assignment for this semester that I have to finish, and thank you for the flexibility to get it done. It's been a difficult few months, and as often, I'm up super late now with the kids in bed and finishing up some work. And but this is something I enjoy no matter what, is getting out on a quiet night, and especially while everybody's asleep, and just I'm fortunate to live in a nice neighborhood with lots of trees and stuff, and I just really always really enjoy getting out in nature, and I just really enjoy this quiet time. I feel it really sort of reconnects me with myself and my surroundings. And I was fortunate, and I think it's easy in academics in our classes to use anecdotes, but I'm going to. I was fortunate to grow up, in nature a lot from a very young age. My family owns a summer camp for kids, and grew up at summer camp. And beyond that, my parents were both, big nature lovers, so we were outside a lot. And that started at a young age, and that really instilled that respect and that connection with nature for me, and it just becomes a part of me. And, for example, I was out just for a day hike with a friend a few weeks ago, and we had a fire, and, we were leaving, and she was like, "Oh, come on, we're good." And I was like, no, I can't leave until there's not a single coal possibly anywhere in this whole fireplace, and I can put my hands in the ashes. And she thought, "Come on, it's fine. Look, there's nothing there. There's maybe a little amber here or there." And I just said, I would hate to be the person to be responsible for burning down Gatineau Park. And really, that's the way we were brought up, that you would never do something to nature, like even have the slightest chance to risk a big fire like that. And I didn't leave the campfire until every last little ember was out cold and I could put my hands in the ashes. And she thought I was probably a bit crazy, and I think I realized in that moment that we weren't compatible either, because that wasn't in line with my values, and that resonated with me, that it was a really strong value of mine that was instilled from a very young age. So all that to say, the program called the Mother Earth Mentoring Program, it was written in an article back in 2012 in the magazine of the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario. Sounds like an ideal program from my perspective, and it takes place on the Wabigon First Nation School on Georgina Island, integrating Indigenous teachings and philosophies on the connection to Mother Nature, and integrating it with the Ontario curriculum the best they can with elementary age students, in my mind, is just an amazing way to teach. I lived most of my life on Vancouver Island, and there was a lot of nature programs. Even programs that weren't nature programs would always take time, and the kids would throw in the muddy buddies right up to in an elementary school, and they would just walk around in the rain or whatever, and it really created that connection with nature. And I just thought it was a really amazing program that hopefully there's going to be lots more of in the future. And this one, this was written in an article back in 2012, and I'm sure there's lots of other shining examples of that as well. So that's my my summary of the program, and an augmentation to my final assignment. And I've noticed in my classes that I've taught, I'm always the one taking the students outside. If we're out at recess, I've been doing a lot of elementary and intermediate teaching at my kids' school, which has been amazing. And if we're out at recess and there's no other classes in the have booked the field or anything like that, I always keep them out for that extra 5-10 minutes. And I tell you, I really notice a difference. I really notice a difference in kids' attention spans, their willingness to work, how much more polite they are and engaged after they've been out in nature. And there's just something about it. They're not only blowing off steam, but I just think there's really just something intuitively, primordially, evolutionarily, that on those levels that happen. And when those connections happen early, I think we can't help but not respect the nature around us and our earth. And unfortunately, we're living in a world where that's not happening all that well overall, and we're on a downward spiral from an environmental standpoint. And I think the only way to truly save it is by fostering future generations that the planet and Mother Nature is a part of who they are. And I know that's slightly idealistic, but I don't think it can happen without that. I think other things need to happen too. But great program. Thank you. Great course, and wish you all the best in the new year. Bye for now.